Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone back to a brand new video and a brand new series here for the channel, which is Dr. Stone. This has been a highly anticipated anime ever since they told everyone they're going to be making an anime in the first place. Currently, right now, it is at 112 chapters in the manga and a pretty big manga Shonen Jump selling manga, man. Everyone's been looking forward to this, and this is definitely the hype is throughout summer of 2019. It beats series such as Denmachi Season 2 or even Fire Force, a brand new series for anime here for everyone, especially for anime onlys. But Dr. Stone, man, it really intrigued me, like especially of what the story was about, and I figured I have to do it 100% here for this channel. It just got released and it's been exploded on social media. A lot of people, like anime onlys like me personally, I haven't read the manga. I enjoyed the episode, everyone else has been enjoying it, and even people in the manga saying that this followed correctly, the pacing went by good, and it's all good, said and done. And even good news is that especially us anime onlys, if we're enjoying this series as much as people, as for example that read the manga, is already confirmed that it's already going to be 24 episodes for season 1, which is absolutely crazy and stunning and pretty cool. And since it's also at 112 chapters, that means that a season 2 could happen, especially if the series goes berserk. If popularity rises for the anime, they could definitely do a season 2 1000%. Like they could do another 24 episodes if they want, especially if the manga does keep that pace of a chapter every single week, especially other Shonen Jump, especially like Black Clover or Hero Academia, some sort like that. But first episode here of Dr. Stone, man, oh my god, like I'll have to say the pacing was a little bit quick, but I especially will definitely get more character development on the way. But man, I looked towards this episode and it was dark. It was dark, oh my god. But the character introductions right here though, we'll start off with Senku. This is definitely a guy who has the brains, without a doubt. He's a scientist, and I've already seen a lot of memes on Twitter about this, and it's kind of legit as well, man. Like I think it's pretty cool that instead of going into science class if you're in high school or whatever, just watch Dr. Stone, because basically Senku, the whole entire time that he's talking with another character named Taju, which basically he's like a brawn character, like a brain and a brawn character. Senku has the smarts, while you know Tenku right here has all the brawn, muscular, has all the power, etc. like that. He doesn't understand all this science stuff, but he's best friends with Senku. And with all this stuff that Senku says within this episode, for example, like he was saying that to Tanjiro that he was going to give him this love potion, but said it was gasoline, saying that he put these chemicals that he can make different sorts of gasoline combined, or for example like that. I think it's kind of cool that, you know, within Dr. Stone right here, as for anime watchers, that we could actually really pay attention and learn something to real life scenarios, that if one of us wants to become a scientist. So I think that's really cool of what they did within this anime right here. But off the bat, like I would say first 5 minutes within this episode, we see kind of like a normal life. Like we see Senku, Tajiro, and even a new character that Tenju is really in love with, which is a character named Yuzu. You know, definitely you see this boy-girl relationship. It's just like a high school thing all over. But within the first 5 minutes, we think it's all normal, and suddenly we have this big light showing out of nowhere that turns everyone in the world to stone. Like we all thought like it's a normal high school life, they're all doing their thing, like Senju's going to his like good old science class right here, and Taju wants to express his love to Yuzu because he's been friends with her for such a long period of time, and he wants to confess his feelings, but he's always a scaredy cat each and every single time, as Senku says to, you know, these other scientists in his class that they're placing bets that he might not even say anything, he's gonna run away, etc. like that. But like I said before it happens, this light appears and everyone's all turning to stone, and humanity, you think it's all good, and literally in a snap of a finger it turns crumbling. And this is what I meant about being dark throughout the first 5 minutes, is that if there's stuff going on, for example if someone's in a car and this light appears, or for example you have pilots in the sky controlling a plane and they all turn to stone, we see this disaster come unfold, that there's a lot of people dying within the first like 5 minutes of this anime, and it's truly terrifying. We see planes going down, exploding, we see people hitting cars with each other, and since it's such a long period of time, humanity is slowly falling apart right here. We see, for example, cities all turn to grass fields because no one's taking care of it. We see damages, no one's like taking care of these buildings or taking care of these dams. We have global warming affecting, so oceans are just spreading across these cities, and we even see Tenju, which is a perfect example within this episode, that when he's in his stone form and he's still talking to himself, that he's getting carried by a river current, or you could say an ocean current right here, and you see just humanity just fall. We see Earth just dying basically, and it's a terrifying sight. We see everyone, like, for example, if you're turning to stone, you like break, that means you're gone, you're dead, you're gone forever. And especially now within this place, Tanjiro finally wakes up, and it's been over 3,000 years since this light occurred. And this is what I mean by like character development or anything like that, because I felt like it was a little bit at a rushing pace. And I get it, Dr. Stone, this is supposed to be part of the Stone Age and rebuilding humanity and all over again, but that's probably going to be within more episodes. We'll get that, like especially in a flashback right here when Tanjiro was talking with Yuzu within this episode, that he thinks that there's something wrong with this bird and it's turned to stone. That's kind of creepy as well, because this kind of stone period has been happening since humanity actually turned into stone for the first place. It's been affecting the birds, and Tanjiro kind of, he doesn't really realize that, he doesn't really think about it, he just thinks that the bird is in trouble, and he tries to go to a vet, and Yuzu thinks of the same thing. But it's been happening before humanity got struck by this light and everyone's all turned into stone. But then Senku right here has been awakened for 6 months ahead of Tanjiro after 3,700 years before humanity is turned into this. And I'll have to say, bro, Senku is definitely one of the smartest people, I think. I don't want to say within, you know, anime history right now, because it's been one episode. I haven't read the manga, so I can't really say this throughout like my strong suit, but definitely I would say one of the smartest characters so far, like 100%. You know how everyone's trying to like figure out how to get like out of this stone period and wants to go back to normal, or they're thinking about their families or etc like that. Throughout this whole entire time, the Senku has been counting time, basically like counting of how many years it's been by, like what's humanity doing at this current moment, how could he save it, ever since he's turned into stone. And then he finally wake up and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go to work right here, and hopefully my friend could be alive, and we could finally find this potion to turn everyone back to normal. And especially, I love this series of what it's going for right now, because what I said before of Senku having the smarts and Tanjiro having the brawn right now, those two working together could really pull off something great. You know, Senku with all of his science gear, he could figure out potions of how to get rid of this stone, and especially with Tanjiro with his brawn, he has a lot of stamina, he can get the supplies all around Earth to help him out and to create this potion. So I love that dynamic duo that they have, and I kind of like it that they had a friendship before all this, that they have a good relationship and a good bond, because like especially within an anime like this, if maybe they didn't know each other and especially all that, there could be a lot of problems, they could not be working together, things can go really bad. But we see the team build up right here, and that's kind of a really cool story that these two could basically save humanity and everything can go back to normal. But I kind of like that period of something normal. For example, it's 2019 right now. I didn't really get like kind of a release date of what time period they are, but I'm gonna guess 2019 because that's just what our time period is right now. Crumble apart, and now we're going all the way back to the Stone Age and kind of trying to set humanity better, if that makes any sense. And what's really cool is that at the end of this episode right here, we see that they actually created a potion. They've been working together for 6 months. It's been a year now since Senku actually awakened, but it's been 6 months since Tanjiro has been awakened, and they finally found a little bit of a potion or something to work here again, because of course, you know, Tanjiro, he's found Yuzu. Her stone form didn't break, like she didn't lose a finger or anything like that. She's all good and set and done, and it's figured like now, since it's been a year since they have working, or Tanjiro's been working for 6 months, that they have found this potion. They use it on a bird, the bird sets free, and they think that they have a serum. But I figured it's the first episode, I don't think it's gonna work on humans. Maybe they found the potion that works for animals. That's way too like quick of a mechanism right there, and especially within the opening as well, we see some other people awaken, but I think that's just them awakening just like Tanjiro and Senku did. I don't really think that's a potion aspect within this anime right here. I just think it's kind of like a time limit, just like what they had right there. And especially when this series ends, that's when they're gonna be able to find the potion, and humanity's gonna go back to normal right there. But opening talk right now, I really liked it. The opening was by Burnout Syndrome, so the ones that actually made openings for Haku, which if you guys don't know what Haku is, it's basically a volleyball anime, and their openings have been phenomenal. So I'll have to say, opening visualize, it looks good right now, but that's always like with a shonen anime or with an anime in general. Perfect example could be Black Clover. You know, it could stand out, have perfect animation, have the perfect music, but that just drives audiences more towards the anime right here. Especially with Dr. Stone, for example, really good hit manga series right now, and especially them going towards the anime and having this good of, for example, like a budget or this good of animation, it could really turn into something big, and it's definitely a good road for them right now. And animation wise throughout the episode though, it was great. Like there's only some stuff, I would say like time lapse for example, which it didn't really take too long as well, like them kind of creating the potion or creating a house together or trying to get food, like you could see it right there, but you can't really blame the animation on that. It's a time skip, for example. you kind of have to move forward right there. But it looked clean. I love the characters so far, especially the voice actors, man. The voice actors are terrific. Like Sengoku, for example, I don't really remember what his character is, but he definitely sounds familiar within an anime character. If you guys want, please leave a comment down below, because I love his voice acting. I think it's terrific, and hopefully Tanjiro could actually save Yuzu from all this mess right here. But yeah, everyone, that is the first episode of Dr. Stone, man. 100% such a good anime. I'm excited for doing more of this anime series here for the channel right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Like, watch the first episode, man. Like, if you guys are definitely looking for a new anime and waiting every single week for it, I highly recommend it. It's going to 24 episodes, animation, voice acting, and even the dialogue of what this is going towards is fantastic. And I guess for a rating within this episode as well, I'm probably going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's going to be a really good anime series. I think it's going to be definitely a top seller 100%. I really think nothing is safe throughout Earth anymore, especially it being 3,700 years after humanity hasn't taken care of it. Like, I think something is going to happen within like their kind of environment right now, like something bad. Like, maybe, for example, there could be bad storms, there could be bad weather conditions, etc. like that. We haven't really seen anything within the time skip when they're actually like creating the potion, but I think that like their kind of favor within all this is not really going to work too well. I think they're going to have some problems down the road. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, that was my first review here of Dr. Stone within this series and within this channel. I hope that you guys really liked it. Like I said, comment down below, how do you guys feel about this anime? If you haven't watched it, like I said, go do it. I highly recommend it. I think it's going to be worth your while. And subscribe to the channel, guys. That'd be greatly appreciated. But either way, guys, we'll see you next week, though, for a new review here of Dr. Stone. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and we'll see you guys within the next episode.